Hello and Happy New Year. Welcome to my channel, Transcendent Kismet. I am Kismet, and this is a pick a card reading for a timeless read for what to expect during Mercury Retrograde. We are currently entering a Mercury Retrograde period, and I have some piles here, so let's see what to expect. So I have 4 piles here. Pile 1, my brain has too many tabs open. Pile 2, life is an adventure. See that one? So cool. Pile 3, we rise by lifting others. And pile 4, dream like a unicorn. Okay, so make your selections, and I will post the timestamps below. Hello. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season. Thank you so much for joining me. And I've missed posting. I have just been, wrapping up Christmas stuff. We just put our Christmas decorations away. And that's the time of year that I'm filming this. However, whenever you come across this read, because I do believe in the law of attraction, it is meant for you for the Mercury retrograde period that you are wanting insight for. So now I'm saying Happy New Year. However, I don't believe that the calendar that we follow really represents the new year. The new year actually begins during the spring equinox. So very close to my birthday, which is March 23rd, which is when the real new year begins. But of course, your actual new year begins on your birthday because that's the day you were born. So technically, you're still, if your birthday is not in January, you're still in last year. Okay. But that's just my thought process. So I'm going to post the timestamps below. Feel free to skip ahead to the pile that you chose. We have pile 1. My brain has too many tabs open. And we have pile 2. Life is an adventure. We have pile 3. We rise by lifting others. And we have pile 4. Dream like a unicorn. Very cool little sign. It's like a ceramic sign. There's some little stuff that I had. I wanted to mix it up a little bit for this new pick a card reading. And so now we're going to begin with pile 1. So I have some cool mixtures of cards here. Thank you for joining. Those who skipped the intro. This is Transcendent Kismet. This is my channel. I do pick a card readings, spiritual talks, and I have a lot of other stuff planned for the year coming up. I'm pretty tired today, but I'm so excited to finally be posting because I haven't posted in a while and I've missed it. So thank you for joining. If you like the reading, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you can get notified every time I post. Okay, so those of you who chose my brain has too many tabs open. Obviously, you probably have a lot going on. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Mercury retrograde period that we are entering is going to, for those who chose this pile, it's going to slow you down. It's going to be time to really just kind of, don't view the obstacles as obstacles. View them as a time to slow down and, kind of relax and chill out a little bit, because everything that's happening is happening the way that it's supposed to happen. And you have to trust and believe in that. So that's the first message. I want to talk about the decks that I'm using. I'm using the Celestial Tarot. Okay, the Celestial Tarot. I'm using Archangel Michael cards by Doreen Virtue. I'm using Moonology, the Oracle cards. I am using the African Goddess Rising deck. And then for a little bit of fun, I just picked up these yoga activity cards. And I'm going to give you a yoga pose to use at the end. And I'm also going to do a bibliomancy from the 99 Names of Love book. So we're going to see what expression of love to focus on during the retrograde period, the Mercury retrograde period that's coming up. So pile one. Those of you who chose pile one, we have Ateta, the goddess Ateta, worthiness. Okay, I'll do some more close-ups so you can see it. The end of a tough cycle. The end of a tough cycle approaches. That's good news. Remember, I just talked about slowing down and just kind of like trusting the process, which is easier said than done, but that's what faith is. Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong is the advice from Archangel Michael. So those who chose pile one, maybe you're dealing with some feelings of guilt. And Michael is reassuring you that you haven't done anything wrong. And then for the tarot decks, we have the Tower. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of Wands. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so I'm going to go with my intuition on the readings. So I am claircognizant. I do call on angels, spirit guides, spirit ancestors to help us with our reading for today, for those who are meant to click on this reading. So we're going to start with the Tower and the end of a tough cycle approaches. So maybe those who are in this pile have gone through a Tower period and now you are ending that period. You are coming to the end of that Tower moment or situation, whatever it was that kind of like threw you for a loop. The Tower comes to shake things up. I mean, it's usually some type of event. The Tower is a major arcana, so it's usually a major event, and it's something that is meant to shake you up. It's meant to change your perspective and take you out of your comfort zone for your growth. And so even though it's uncomfortable, growth is not always comfortable, the end result is great because you will have grown and you will have something to learn from the Tower. You will have grown and gained wisdom. I keep saying grown. You will have gained wisdom from the experience. Now, the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So, the Nine of Wands, that's a lot of passion. So, you have something you're passionate about that is, it's going to bring you some stability. Okay, so that's important. There's a project or a job or a focus of yours that you will be focusing on and spending time on during this retrograde period that will bring you stability, because Eight of Pentacles, it's not 10, but it is close. It's close to 10. So it's a stable, and 8 also is a number of prosperity and stability and affluence and wealth. Really, I mean, 8 is about power. It is about life and death. I mean, 8 is the infinity symbol. It's a powerful number. It's my favorite number, actually. And so, like I said, this thing that you're passionate about, with all these wands, it's just one short of 10 of wands. So it's a lot of work, but it's something you're passionate about, something you enjoy doing, so it doesn't feel like work because you love it. And that's a good thing. So yeah, there's no tough cycle when you are doing something that you love. Okay. Now, Atite is reminding you. Now, this deck is a new deck for me. So I refer to the book a lot for this deck, and I'm going to read the book for this card for you guys. But if I look at her, she is remembering her worth. You know, I look at all these spices here. You look at that in front of her. Can you see all the spices? She's spicy. She's a spicy goddess. And she's reminding you to know your worth. Okay, know your worth as you're ending out of this tough cycle. Don't underestimate your worth, because like Michael is reassuring you that don't have self-blame. He's saying that you can ask him to help you let go of self-blame and forgive yourself, and to release any toxic anger or fear towards others. He's going to help you if you ask Michael to come in and your angels to come in and help you to feel centered and at peace, and not, wrap yourself up in self-blame and do nothing wrong. Remember your worth. You are worthy. You are enough. Okay, let's read a little bit more about Atite, because the number on here is 5, right? So 5 is also the number of change in numerology. So, maybe you've had to change your thought processes from low self-worth to one of understanding your worth and your value, and understanding that you can't miss what's meant for you. All right, let's see who she is. Let's see who is this goddess. Again, this is a new deck. I've only had it for like a month, and so I'm learning a lot of the different cards and the goddesses, and I love it so much. So, great goddess Atite is queen of the gods. She is a fierce protector of women and girls for the Oromo people of Ethiopia. Her guidance for you guys in pile 1 is stop hiding, shrinking, and playing small. Okay? Stand tall like the majestic sycamore tree. You are mighty. Life does not need to be perfect for you to embrace your own perfection. I love that. Life doesn't need to be perfect for you to embrace your perfectly imperfectness. Okay? Now, the embodiment of this advice is that you matter. Worthiness is in your veins. Accept yourself now. Your birth certificate says that we need your overflowing magic, joy, and vulnerability. And most importantly, we need you. The world needs you, pile 1. You are deserving and worthy. The beautiful parts of you that everyone likes are worth loving, and the parts that you or others dislike are worth loving too. The Creator loves you unconditionally. The goddess declaration is, I matter, right? You are worthy. You matter. You are enough. I'm seeing a lot of purple here. So maybe during this retrograde, you can start reaching for more purples, wear more purples to kind of help engage your crown chakra, connect you with your worthiness and your worth. And then you can do the child's pose came up for a yoga. So the child's pose in yoga is a resting pose. And it is about, like I said, resting. You have too many tabs open. So those of you who chose pile 1, it's time to, slow down. Know and have faith that the end of this tough cycle is coming to an end, because you are worthy. Okay? Don't blame yourself. Don't beat up on yourself. You have not done anything wrong. So forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for being human. There's only so much you can do. You have your brain running 1,000,000 miles per hour, but you're just one person. So, be kind to yourself. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are enough. And you don't have to, beat yourself up. And have faith. The end of a tough cycle is coming upon you. But look at all these purples. There's a lot of purples here. You have the purple here. You have Atite and her beautiful purple background. And, the Archangel Michael cards are like a beautiful indigo color as well. So, blue, indigo, purple, you can reach for those colors during this Mercury retrograde period. Now, the end of a tough cycle approaches from the Moonology deck. It also says a full moon in Capricorn. So there may be a Capricorn that figures prominently during this time period with you. This Capricorn is going to help you through this tough cycle and help you bring, as it closes. So, and if it's not a Capricorn that figures in this situation, then it's pulling on that Capricorn energy, which, Capricorns are persevering They overcome obstacles and climb mountains that seem impossible. They almost defy gravity sometimes, the way the goat is climbing mountains. But Capricorn is also the sea goat. It's a mythical creature, okay? So it's legendary. So tap into that legendary energy of being persistent, of staying focused on your passionate projects, staying passionate for the things that your passion, the thing that you're passionate about, it's going to bring you stability, okay? So stay focused on that, okay? So that's it for the reading for pile 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. I just sending you lots of love on your journey, and I hope you join the family by clicking the like and subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining. If you want to hit me up, you can follow me on Instagram at Allison's Cookie is my Instagram site, and I do look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for tuning in, and now we're moving along to pile number 2. So thank you for those who chose pile number 2. Life is an adventure, with this cool little underwater paperweight. Pretty cool. I like the hearts. So those of you who are just now tuning in, this reading is about what to expect during the Mercury Retrograde period that's coming up. And it is a timeless read, even though we are coming up on a Mercury Retrograde period. And we are also just coming into a new year. So I said Happy New Year at the beginning. I don't know if you heard the beginning of the video, even though I don't necessarily believe that the new year begins in January based on that calendar. But, it's fun to go along and celebrate. But really, your new year begins on the day you were born, because that's the day that your year began, really. That's when your life on Earth began. Well, not life on Earth. I mean, you were alive in the womb, but that's when your actual journey outside of the womb, outside of the protective womb began, okay? So I'm using the following decks. I have a bunch of decks here. I'm using the African Goddess Rising deck, which is a newer deck, so I will refer to the book for these beautiful goddesses. I love it so much. What a great deck. I'm using the Celestial Tarot cards. I mean, it's not one of my favorite cards, but I like using favorite decks. I like using it because it's more intuitive for me. I am claircognizant and I am a starseed, so I am trusting in intuition, and I call upon my guides, my ancestors, and spirit, of course, to give messages for the collective. I'm using the Archangel Michael Doreen Virtue deck, and I'm using the Moonology Oracle Cards Guidebook deck. Okay, so let's begin. So we have pile number 2. Life is an adventure. So for those of you in pile number 2, this Mercury retrograde may be more exciting for you than chill. For some of us, it's a time to kind of slow down and just you're dealing with so many obstacles that you're kind of forced to kind of just chill and really reassess your goals, maybe work on some creative projects, get more rest, get more into planning and strategy mode. But those in pile number 2, I think you're going to be up for an adventure. Adventure is going to be popping up for you. So let's take a look at the cards. Okay, so for the Moonology, you have the full moon in Scorpio. So yeah, that's definitely transformation energy. It says it's time to release negativity. Okay, so those who are in pile number 2, it's time to release negativity. Oh, wow. And you have the goddess Oya. Now, I know a lot about the goddess Oya. So Oya coming up with the full moon in Scorpio is, of course, is definitely, a correspondence, because Oya is similar to Scorpio in the sense that she is about storms. She is the goddess of storms. She brings about storms. She brings about change. She is not to be messed with. She is, she oversees the last breath. She comes with the lightning, okay? She comes with the lightning. She usually brings sudden change. Just like the Tower card in the Tarot, she is, she's the one who, once she gets involved in something, if it's not meant for you, she's going to take it away. It doesn't matter how attached you are to it. If it's a job or a career, relationship, it doesn't matter. She's going to get rid of it. And then even Archangel Michael is letting you know that, yeah, go forward fearlessly. Fearlessly. So release negativity, because fear is negativity. Okay, you're going to release negativity and go forward fearlessly. So Archangel Michael is, so this is a very powerful pile. Those who chose this pile, you have something very serious to move forward to. You are making some serious changes. You are releasing negativity. Michael is telling you with the prayer here. He says, thank you for walking with me every step of the way. You're going to ask Michael to thank, you're going to thank Michael for that and for holding your hand. He will give you confidence and courage, and he will help guide your thoughts and actions in the direction of love and your true life's purpose. Wow. Those who chose pile 2, that's your adventure. During this Mercury retrograde period, you're going to be moving forward in your purpose. You're going to be pushing past obstacles. You are going to be the storm. Like the song Gnarls Barkley, I'm the storm coming, I'm the storm coming. That's it. That's you guys. You're releasing negativity. You're moving forward fearlessly. You are the storm. I mean, listen, like I said, Oya, she does not play. You are going to be doing what you came here to do. Period. End of story. Let's see what the tarot is. You have the Ace of Swords. Again, the beginning of moving forward. You have the Six of Pentacles. And you have the Five of Pentacles. So you have the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. This is related to your stability. This is related to your money. This is related to your health. You are fierce. That's all I got to say. You are fierce. Whatever pile 2 you're working on during this Mercury retrograde period, whatever obstacles that you have, they're going to be removed. Whatever issues that you've been holding back, you're going to be releasing. There may be a Scorpio who figures prominently during this time period with you. You know, Mars energy also, you're not going to be backing down if there's something challenging you. You're going to be fearless. You are going to be fearless during this period, which is great, because maybe prior to this you have been holding back. You have been maybe waiting for the right time to strike. And for you, for those in pile 2, it is the right time to strike. It's not time to hold on to fear and negativity anymore. You're releasing it because it's time to move forward. You got your tail cocked. If somebody's fucking with you, if you're not being affected by a Scorpio, you will be embodying Scorpio energy during this period, meaning that you are going to be fearless. Again, you will strike if somebody is, or anything, not somebody, not like you're just going to be out here choosing violence. I don't advocate doing that for anyone unless it's to protect yourself, obviously. But you are going to be moving forward fearlessly on what you came here to do. You have a purpose. You have a reason for being here. And let's read from the book here with Goddess Oya. Like I said, I know a lot about Oya in the sense that she is the goddess who does bring about change. She does bring about, she's that lightning strike. She is a fierce protector. Her number is a number 13, which comes down to a 4. And 4 in numerology is hard work. It's stability as well. It's solid. It's a solid, even number. And, like I said, 4 is definitely about work and the benefits of work. So that's why all these pentacles are coming up as well. Let me see what other numbers here. We have a 5 and a 6. So yeah, you'll be progressing. So you're going from 5 to a 6. I mean, you're not at the 10 of Pentacles yet, but you're definitely making progress because you're going to be moving forward fearlessly. So let's see what the book says about Oya. Like I said, I know a lot about Oya, but let's see what the African Goddess Rising Oracle book says, the guidance here. So it says Oya, she is a Yoruba Nigerian from the warrior temple. Her element is water. So you have the Scorpio here and you have the storms. So again, those in pile 2, you may be water signs or you'll be working with water signs. Okay. But she's wielding her powerful sword of truth. So look, you're going to be finding out a lot of truth about things too. Those who chose pile 2. You see, you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords also has to do with truth, with justice. I mean, it's a minor arcana. It's not like major. There are no major arcanas here, but your oracle cards are major. So that means that your soul is in a major, your soul is in a major transformation and in a major mindset right now. Now, the guidance from Oya is the winds of change are in motion. Into every life, a little rain must fall. Personal storms clear away the old, and sometimes change moves slowly, and other times change is swift. The embodiment is, what would you like to change? If you are not actively changing it, you are choosing it. To make shift happen, focus on what you want. Stop giving energy to what is not working. So again, you're getting this advice all through your reading, pile 2, to release what is not working. The biggest thing holding you back is you. That's what Oya is telling you. If you want people in life to treat you better, you go first. Treat yourself better. If you attract betrayals, stress, and strife, the common denominator is you. Beating yourself up is self-harm. Feel your feelings. Honor your journey. Tell yourself the truth and practice self-compassion. Ashe, Goddess Declaration, I make shift happen. Okay, you're going to make shift happen during this retrograde period. Okay, now last but not least, I thought this was really cool is I have this yoga deck, which is like a fun little yoga deck. A cool yoga pose to do, maybe during your meditation and deep breathing, is the tree pose, the balancing pose. Look at the little doggy. So you can try doing the tree pose during your meditation and channel that oak tree strength that you obviously embody and have, because you're going to be fearless during this period, pile 2. So watch out. If you can remember, maybe come back to the comments and let us know, those of you who chose pile 2. But thank you so much for joining once again. I really hope you liked the reading and join the family. You can click the like and subscribe button. If you are interested, hit the bell notification so you can get notified once I do my postings. And thank you so much for joining in. If you want to hit me up, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. I do not do personal readings right now. I am going to be at a local spot soon. But for now, I'm only doing pick a cards online. I do not do personal readings, okay? But you can hit me up on Instagram. I also am a Reiki practitioner. If you're interested in a distance Reiki healing, I am on Instagram at Allison's Cookie, if you want to look for me. I also have wonderful cookies there if you want to place an order for some delicious cookies and treat yourself. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. Ashe, I'm sending you lots of love, great vibes. Keep moving forward fearlessly. Thanks for tuning in. Moving along to pile number 3. Those who chose We Rise by Lifting Others. Okay. Those who chose this pile, you guys are an inspiration. You guys are an inspiration. People value you so much for what you bring to the world. You are probably the earth angels. Those who chose pile number 3. 3 is a holy number. 3 is a number of the Trinity. It is a number of creation. It is my favorite number, my personal number, the number of expression. Okay. So I feel like you will be expressing yourself in an inspiring way during this Mercury retrograde pile 3. So those who chose pile 3, this is for entertainment purposes, and pile 3, those who are in pile 3, you guys are a tribe. And I just want to say a little bit about the cards that we chose, that I'm using. I'm using the Celestial Tarot cards. Not my favorite tarot deck, to be honest, but I do like using it in the sense that this way I don't have a crutch on the traditional tarot symbols. I can read it more intuitively. I am claircognizant. I'm a starseed. I do rely on my angels, my ancestors, and my guides to give me guidance for the collective readings for all of us who are tuning in. So I'm using the Archangel Michael Doreen Virtue deck. I'm using the Moonology deck. And I'm using this new deck that I love so much. It is African Goddess Rising by Abiola Abrams. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. I love it so much. It resonates so much with me, but I'm still learning because I've only had it for like 3 to 4 weeks. And so I will be referring to the book. And then I have this adorable yoga activity cards that I bought. I thought it would be fun to, see what yoga pose you could try out during this Mercury retrograde period. So this is a timeless read, even though as I'm reading it, we are approaching a Mercury retrograde period. We are just finishing a new year, on the traditional calendar, even though I don't feel like the new year really begins until the day you were born, because obviously your days didn't begin until the day you were born. So let's get right into your reading. The first card we have, the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. Look at that. That's a beautiful card. Okay. This is from the Moonology deck. So the energy is gaining momentum. So there's something that is been slow going that is starting to slowly build up. Okay. And then we have here from the African Goddess Rising book, The Seven Sisters, Creativity. Okay, so maybe this is a creative project that maybe you were slow, you weren't getting as much inspiration as you wanted, that during this retrograde, you're going to start gaining momentum on this creative project, because Michael is reminding you to make a commitment. Once you make the commitment, things are going to, pick up speed and, move forward the way that they should. He says that a good prayer is Archangel Michael. You can ask him as the angel of courage and confidence. You can call upon him to lend you strength and allow him to help you commit to yourself, to your life, and to your divine purpose. And ask him to clearly guide you so you can fully open your heart to every experience. So make a commitment. If you're going to do it, you might as well make the commitment to do it. Don't step halfway in, because you're creative. You're a creative person, and the energy is gaining momentum. So things are going to be picking up soon for whatever the creative project is that you have. Now for the tarot, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. Oh, and we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. The Ten of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So what's been holding you back is the hurt. There's something that really, really hurt you and devastated you, and it really makes you hold back from making the commitment that you need to make towards your goals and your moving forward. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm tired. This is real raw and uncut, guys. So there was a hurt that a devastation, a betrayal, something that really threw you down. Okay. And you're coming out of that being vulnerable. You're being vulnerable with your thoughts. Maybe you have a new way of thinking about things, that new way of thinking about it from a creative standpoint, coming out of your negative thoughts, not negative, because when you're hurting, it's not negative, but you're coming out of the painful remembrance into creatively expressing the painful remembrance, finding a creative outlet for what you went through, and realizing that at the end of the day, It's not about who you commit to. It's about committing to yourself first. Because you are a reflection of the energy in your life that you involve. I used to say that you attract what you are. That is not true. You don't attract what you are. I mean, I know tons of people who are extremely loyal and don't attract loyal people. No, you attract what you need to grow. That's what we came here to do. We came here to learn the lessons that life has to teach us. Okay? And the lessons are painful, but the growth is real. Okay? And what we can begin to do is we can begin to look up, and we can begin to see the growth. I'm looking at this tree, like I talked about the growth that came from that. And find a creative way to express that. Find a creative way to express what we went through to help others who may be going through the same thing. So now the Seven Sisters creativity, the card number is 12. All right, and that reduces down to a 3, which in numerology, again, is about creativity. This is pile 3, so you have 3, which is a master number. So you're mastering your creativity. Let's see what the book says about the Seven Sisters creativity and what guidance they have to give you directly from this oracle deck. Because again, this is a new deck, and I'm just reading intuitively the message that I feel is meant for you. To use your creativity to express the pain. Because again, like I said, you guys are inspiring. And if you don't feel like you are, you definitely are here to be inspiring. And you need to commit to yourself, to commit to the fact that you have a story to tell. Okay? However you choose to express it creatively. So the book says, the goddess of creativity. She's from New Orleans. The temple is a conjurer and her element is air. Okay, which is interesting because we have two tarot cards that are dealing with the air element. Okay, the Page of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords is about, backstabbing, but it's how we view the backstabbing. It's how we think about it, because swords is about thoughts, right? And it is the end. It is like the final nail in the coffin on whatever the situation is. So whatever that painful situation is, the good news is you're done with that, because now you're starting a cycle of creativity to process it, okay? Now, the Seven Sisters were a mystical New Orleans family of identical master psychics and conjure women who never aged. Interesting. But were they? Were the Seven Sisters one shape-shifting woman, or were they 7 women? Time will never tell. The guidance from them is create, create, create. You come from conjurers and creators, pile 3. Your blood remembers. So use your gifts to multiply your magic. You are a cosmic creatrix and a creative force, okay? The embodiment of the advice is that you are a divine nation within one person. How creative do you allow yourself to be? Break out of your comfort zone and into your creative fertility. You have the power that creates planets. So yes, you are creative. No one else's opinion matters here. Let your inner child play to awaken your creativity. Creating is birthing, is manifesting. The declaration is, I am a creative visionary. Ashe. Now, make that commitment to doing that, to birthing that creativity, because you are an inspiration. You came here to inspire the world with the creativity that you have inside of you, pile 3. The yoga pose that I'm recommending for you is the back bend. Look at that. So that's a pretty stretchy pose. You can try that during your meditation in the morning. Listen, you go as far back as you can. Obviously don't hurt yourself, but maybe you can release some of that energy from your back. Maybe you're carrying too much remembrance of the pain from the betrayal or whatever the hurt was. You can release it out of your back by doing the back bend. So that is your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really enjoyed sharing some advice with you, and I hope you like it, and I hope you hit the like and subscribe button and join the family. Hit the bell notification so you can get notified every time I post. And hey, if you want to hit me up, you can hit me up on Instagram. I don't do personal readings. I am a Reiki practitioner, so I do distance healing. I make beautiful and wonderful, delicious cookies. You can place an order. So you can hit me up on Instagram at Allison's Cookie. You can check out my website, www.hopeandcookies.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sending you lots of love, wonderful vibrations. And yes, take all your power, your wonderful creativity, and turn it into the beautiful art that you have to give us to inspire us who may be going through the same thing, and showcase your creativity, pile 3. Okay, so now we're moving along to, last but not least, pile 4, those who chose Dream Like a Unicorn. This is the pile of the dreamers. The pile of the dreamers. Dream like a unicorn. This is giving me Venus vibes, Taurus, Libra, even Pisces, I would say. Neptune, because we have dream. So maybe those who are in this pile are Taurus, Libra, Pisces. Dream like a unicorn. You're magical. So those in pile who chose pile 4, you are very magical. Okay, so during this Mercury retrograde period, tap into your magic. Know that you are magical, my love. Okay, so we're going to get right into the reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a timeless read. This is for those who are wanting to know what to expect during the Mercury retrograde period. I am using the following decks. I have the Archangel Michael deck by Doreen Virtue. I have the Moonology Oracle deck, and I have the African Goddess Rising. This is a newer deck for me. I love this deck so much. I'm learning so much about it, but I love it. I mean, the artwork, the goddesses, I just vibe very heavy with it, okay? And I'm also using the Celestial Tarot cards. Don't normally use this deck too much, but I am going to use it because I don't want to rely on the traditional tarot images. I want to tap into my intuition. I am claircognizant. I receive messages from spirit, from ancient ancestors, from angels. I am a starseed, so I tune into celestial energy. And I also, last but not least, have this adorable little yoga deck that I bought. It's yoga activity cards for beginner yoga. I do love yoga, and I'm not a yogi at all, but I like to stretch and breathe and do different YouTube videos to kind of tap into that yogi energy that is a source for all of us. And I just thought it would be fun to see what yoga pose you could possibly try during the Mercury retrograde period. So let's dig right into your cards. All right, so the first card that pops up from Archangel Michael advice is decide to be happy now. Don't be just daydreaming. Even though you're dreaming like a unicorn, don't be just daydreaming about the future. Decide to be happy now. Choose to be happy right now. It is a choice. It is a choice. Because there will always be a reason to be unhappy. There are billionaires right now who could give you almost a billion reasons why they're unhappy. Okay? There are people who are dirt poor who are genuinely happy. It is perspective. It is a choice. You have to decide. Archangel Michael is reminding you to decide to be happy. So those who are in pile 4, this lets me know that maybe you've been feeling a little unhappy. You've been dealing with maybe depression, anxiety, just kind of feeling down in the dumps. And he's reminding you to decide to be happy. And then we have the goddess card, Tanit. The goddess Tanit, she is the goddess of pleasure. She's reminding you to tap into your pleasure. Okay, again, this group, pile 4, you guys are definitely the Venus pile. Okay, so you are going to align with Venus energy. Okay, so you want to eat foods that are your favorite luscious fruits, your favorite luscious things to treat yourself, chocolates, wine. If you're not into alcohol, teas, things that feel good. Wrap yourself in clothes that are soft and feel nice and sensual. Indulge in pleasure, not pleasure that's destructive, pleasure that feels good, eating, like I said, luscious fruits, feeling the grass underneath your feet, feeling the sand underneath your feet, listening to the ocean, going and looking at the birds, climbing a hill, things that are pleasurable in life. Focus on those things, because the Moonology card is a void of course moon, which is a dark moon. And it's telling you that nothing will come of this situation. So you've been worried about something that's been taking away from your happiness. You've been worried about something that's been taking away from your happiness. Worry worships the words of our enemies and the words of the enemy, which is fear. Because you're being reassured that nothing will come of this situation. So whatever you are stressing out about, you have nothing to stress about. You are doing this to yourself. And you are choosing to do this to yourself because you don't really have evidence to choose to do it. It's something you're choosing to do to yourself, which is a lot of times what worry is, right? Because you're being reassured by Spirit that nothing will come of this situation, okay? And Archangel Michael is telling you to decide to be happy now, okay? You can ask him to help you open your heart to happiness, joy, and bliss, and help him to be willing to see all of the goodness in your life, the pleasures. Open your arms to the pleasures. You see her arms are open to the pleasures of life. The goddess Tanit is reminding you to open your arms to pleasure. Let it in, okay? Now, we have the major arcana. Wow. Yeah, this pile, you guys are in your feelings. This is a Venus pile. This is a Pisces pile. This is a Cancer pile. There's probably Cancers in this pile. You're dealing with a lot of emotions. You have the 9 of Cups. You have the 8 of Cups. Okay? Again, 8 of Cups is focusing too much on... No, 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is daydreaming. Okay? And this is a correspondence. Dream like a unicorn. But are your dreams turning into nightmares because you're imagining stuff that's not real? Right? Don't fantasize so much that you just end up focusing on regrets. Because look, we went from the 7 of Cups to the 8 of Cups, which is about regret and loss and, crying over spilled milk and things like that, very emotional, very in your feelings, just, and then we go to the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So are you missing the forest for the trees? I mean, pile 4, during this retrograde period, don't get stuck in negative emotions, okay? The emotions that you can focus on during this retrograde period is the emotion of happiness, making a decision and a choice to be happy, focusing on the things that are pleasurable to you, the wishes that are already coming true in your life, the wishes that you already have, the pleasures. The 9 of Cups is about pleasure. It's about your independence. It is about the things you've already accomplished in your life, the luxuries that you have earned and you deserve to indulge in, okay? Just like the goddess Tanit says. Again, a correspondence, because this is opening your arms to pleasure. The 9 of Cups is about enjoying the wonderful pleasures of life, indulging yourself. Treat yourself to something, even if it's just a $10 manicure, whatever your budget can allow. But again, it doesn't have to cost a lot to enjoy the pleasures of, like I said, walking barefoot in soft grass or on the sand, or, just spending time in a park and just taking in all the beautiful nature sounds and sights and smells. you know, tuning into the pleasures and the beauty of life. Okay. Now, to add a little fun, the yoga pose for you guys for Pile 4 is the seated pose, which is just a basic pose. And guess what? You see that green energy? I think this reiterates for me that the color you can really tune into, Pile 4, is green. You want to get grounded. During this Mercury retrograde period, you want to do some grounding. So again, grounding is doing some deep breaths, looking around you, getting present into the moment, connecting with Gaia, going someplace and walking barefoot on the earth, letting the sole of your feet, chakra that's underneath the soles of your feet, your soul star chakra, connect with the earth in some way, shape, or form, whether it's, barefoot on the grass, like I said, barefoot on a sand, someplace where you can connect your energy with Mother Gaia. A tree, your favorite tree, you can go and connect with the trees. Something that's going to ground you, Pile 4. That is what you want to focus on during this Mercury retrograde period, because yes, you are magical, and yes, you're a dreamy person. However, you need to get grounded, okay? And enjoy the pleasures, though. Enjoy the pleasures of your life that you've earned, okay? The number 11 here is a master number. It is a number of intuition, okay? And then let's see what the book here says. Again, this is a new deck, so I'm reading directly from the book, The Advice for Tanit, the goddess of pleasure. Her number is number 11, which is a master number. So again, you want to pull in the energy of your intuition, but also building towards something solid, not just daydreaming, not just staying in your emotions, tuning into your body, your actual flesh, how something feels, how something smells, how something looks, how something hears, music. Music is also something very pleasurable. Listen to some of your favorite songs maybe you haven't listened to in a long time. Tune into that, okay? Now, the goddess Tanit, she's the goddess of pleasure from Tunisia, okay? Her temple is a conjurer. So, again, you guys are magic. You're from the magic temple. And element is air. Air is the opposite energy of where you guys have been in. You guys have been in emotions. Air is logic, okay? So, Tanit is helping you get into your head, about the pleasures of life. Tanit was the goddess of the stars in ancient Carthage. Today, all the way over in Ibiza, they still have pleasure-filled, full moon, midnight table dancing parties in her name. Ashe. So listen, like I said, dance, listen to music, feel the earth under your feet. Just enjoy and indulge in the things that are pleasurable to you, in moderation, obviously. Her guidance for you guys is you are thirsty for more pleasure. You can't thrive when life feels dry. You are made of laughter and stardust, not sawdust. Pleasure is your birthright, a gift from the universe. The embodiment is how much juicy pleasure can you stand? Turn up the pleasure principle, Pile 4. You secretly feel that you don't deserve it, but pleasure is a healing and manifesting force. Laughing, loving, and orgasmic joy is holy. So hold your hands over your reproductive area and say aloud, I deserve pleasure, okay? Goddess declaration, it feels good to feel good. Okay, so that is your advice for the upcoming Mercury retrograde for those who tuned in and chose pile number 4. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've enjoyed doing your reading. And if you've enjoyed the reading, excuse me, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And then hit the bell notification so you can get notified every time I upload a video. I've enjoyed this reading very much. I think Spirit has some great advice for you guys. And if you want to hit me up, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Allison's Cookie. I'm also a Reiki healer. So if you're interested in a distance Reiki session, you can hit me up. I don't do personal readings right now. I'm only doing pick a cards on my channel, which is for the collective. I also do spiritual advice, but not personal readings at this time. And when I do start doing personal readings, it's going to only be in person at a location that I am working on right now. So again, you can also order some delicious food, cookies. I love to bake, and you can check out my website, www.hopeandcookies.com. And again, you can hit me up on Instagram at Allison's Cookie. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of growth, wishing you all kinds of wonderful things. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit the like and subscribe, and enjoy this Mercury retrograde period, Pile 4. Thank you once again. Ashe.